Arcadian Vanguard presents The Wrestling News in your daily wrestling newscast for Saturday, August 24th, 2024. Good morning, I'm Mike Sempervive. We begin today with the last night's edition of Smackdown from the Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C. In the main event, WWE Champion Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens defeated A-Town Down Under, with Owens pinning Grayson Waller for the win.
See that coming though.
Super kick by Owens. Pump-up powerbomb. KO with the win.
Here are your winners, the team of the undisputed WWE Champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, and Kevin Owens.
Understandably, Wade, many of us had our doubts.
The match came out of the opening segment in which Rhodes and Owens laid down the challenge to Waller and Austin Theory while guests on the Waller effect. In their first televised title defense, WWE Tag Team Champions Tonga Loa and Tama Tonga of the Bloodline defeated the Street Profits with an illegal assist from Jacob Fatu.
Montez Ford just taking out the champs.
Just unfeasible aerial abilities from a massive man in Montez. Right.
Jacob Fatu, a pair of super kicks in the walking boot. The Profits' chances were just stolen. Face first, Tama Tonga for the win, and the Bloodline retains.
DIY attempted to make the save, but also received a beating from the Bloodline as well. LA Knight made the first defense of the United States title he won at SummerSlam, turning back the challenge of Santos Escobar. Angel, Berto, and Elektra Lopez were all ejected by the referee for attempting to interfere on Escobar's behalf. The team of Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, and Naomi reunited to defeat the Unholy Union and Blair Davenport in a 6-woman tag team match, with Naomi pinning Davenport. AEW presented Rampage last night on TNT, featuring matches taped August 17th at Esports Stadium in Arlington, Texas. In the main event, the Von Erichs, Marshall, and Ross defeated the Outrunners. The Kingdom and the Gates of Agony attacked the Von Erichs afterwards, but Dustin Rhodes, Sammy Guevara, and the Conglomeration ran in to chase them off and end the show.
And here came the Gates of Agony.
Well, send them home happy. This anything but.
Brian Cage is out, of course, as well.
Wait a second, who's this? Sammy Guevara leading the charge.
Not only that, the Conglomeration has come out as well. And as Gordon Sullivan would say, it's a pure 6 brawl.
In the opener, Ring of Honor World Champion Mark Briscoe teamed with Kyle O'Reilly and Tomohiro Ishii to defeat Johnny TV, the Beast Mortos, and Brian Cage. In other results, Cage of Agony beat the Iron Savages, Mina Shirakawa topped Robin Renegade, and Roderick Strong went over Fuego del Sol in Del Sol's first AEW appearance in a year and a half. And in news from outside the ring, CM Punk is set to appear in a new movie according to an official press release. Punk will appear under his real name, Phil Brooks, in Let's Start a Cult, a new independent comedy from Queensberry Pictures and Dark Sky Films, which filmed over the summer. The film also stars Stavros Halkias, Wes Haney, Eric Rahill, Katie Fullen, and Daniel Simonson, and is directed by Ben Kitnick in his feature film directorial debut. The movie is scheduled for release on October 25th. And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The Wrestling News can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page. And for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News podcast. And remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, follow the Wrestling News across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the Wrestling News. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.